Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Trash, Keep, or Donate. Those familiar with my channel, you're probably saying to me, or through the screen telepathically, Ivan, you keep saying that you're a recovering hoarder, but yet you keep showing stuff that you need to process. Yes, that's true. Not to list every reason why there could be remnants of hoarding still present in my apartment. One big thing for me is procrastination. I just keep putting things off, not just hoarding, just everything. Sometimes, some days, there's laundry, just think, yeah, tomorrow, dishes, yeah, tomorrow, groceries, I'll just wait till the fridge is completely empty. So, what I'm going to show you today, maybe not everything, it's going to be a too long a video, just some highlights. There's such a thing with de-hoarding, decluttering. Yeah, they were just sitting there. I've separated them into piles now. A pile that I intend to trash, items that I intend to keep, nothing that really I would donate. It's a lot of paperwork, essentially, as you'll see. To give you the latest amount of stuff, I'll put in the comments the conversion. This is in metric. 27 liters is this storage container. I don't have 27 up to 27 liters of stuff that I need to go through. I mean, it wasn't to the brim of, or the rim of the container there, but I had the latest batch I'm going to go through was stored in that. For a start, I've completely emptied out that container. I mean, I can still use it for other things, but I know there's different processes of decluttering, but what I find effective, actually it's probably a staple in all processes, is I've dumped everything out of that container, and like I said, I've separated them into piles, what will be trash, what will be kept, etc. And I'll just show you a few highlights now. So just a handful of examples in the trash pile. This document here, so it's quite a relatively thick document. It's relative, I guess. Introduction to driver licensing. This is when I used to work at, those in Victoria would know the organisation. It's called Vic Roads. They manage licenses and registrations and addresses of drivers such as myself. And yeah, I used to work in their call centre, so this is a document to, as a manual guide for telephone operators at the time, working in a call centre, answering calls from the public. How do I change my address? Where could I get my registration updated? So yeah, that was many moons ago, so that can be trash, definitely. Another item to trash, it's no longer in printed form. Maybe you can still read them online. I'm not too sure, I haven't tried to look it up. If you're a member of the RACV, which is the Royal Automotive Club of Victoria, they had a magazine, a printed magazine called Royal Auto, and this is, yes, presumably from 1999. Yes, November, in the top right corner there, November 1999. I think I would have, from memory, kept it at the time when I was researching buying my first new car, or in the market for a car. Yeah, so articles like this at the time where different motoring corporations and bodies review cars and, narrow them down for the best. This would have been the best of 1999. Okay, naturally none of these cars are in production anymore, but one car I do remember, that I was ever going to get it, the Mitsubishi Magna. I think this was called a Magna. They definitely won at least one or two Car of the Year awards. It was quite innovative at the time, as a family sedan. So the Magna, I do remember seeing Magnas on the road. Now you don't see them at all. Well, hardly any. Yeah, they're all gone, all rusted up and turned into scrap metal by now. Oh, and the category I would have been focusing on, just due to budget, is the small car classification or range. So for 1999, RACV gave it to the Mitsubishi Mirage, but I ended up, my first car is not listed there. It wasn't built yet. It was, from memory, the 2001 or 2010, was it? Can't remember now, but around the 2000s, the Holden Barina. And then you can see at the top of this candidates list is a Toyota Echo that was rebranded in Australia as a Toyota Yaris, and yeah, that's the car I still have today. So yeah, the category I would have been reading up on or researching would have been the small car range. So they're the cars for best sports car under 56 grand, best luxury car under 56 grand, best sports car over 56 grand, and best luxury car over 56 grand. Interesting that they use 56 grand as the benchmark. I have no idea. Surely they would have come up with some calculation for that, or averages. And the article ends off with best recreational four-wheel drive and best all-terrain four-wheel drive. They'd collectively be known as SUVs these days. So yes, goodbye Roll Auto magazine. So at the time, understandably, I was looking, like I said, at the small car market, and this is the Toyota Echo at the time, was branded that way. So I just kept an article reviewing that model, which I don't need anymore. So that's trashed. That will be trashed. A newspaper article, advertisement no less, in black and white. The Mazda 121 Metro at $15,650. So, oh my gosh, and the includes aircon. That's pretty much a standard feature these days. They made it like a luxury item at that time. Around the same time, the Baleno hatch, I believe that was a Suzuki model, or model from Suzuki. Another Toyota Echo black and white newspaper advertising there. Wow, what a bargain price, around 17 grand. What can you get for that price these days? Nothing. Not new anyway. This one's an image of the Ford, at the time the Ford car, maybe a play on words, CA car. Oh, I've forgotten about Daihatsu. I don't know if there's Daihatsu dealerships still exist these days, but yeah. Clearly at the time I was looking at some Daihatsu models there, again all in the small car market. Actually, when I said I don't have anything to donate, actually I could donate this. This is a travel guide, a printed travel guide. I know there's some travellers out there who'd still use this, and I bought one for Budapest, because I actually visited there, but naturally I didn't refer to the book much. I would have brought it with me for my first visit there, but I know that sort of traveller, very logical, that buys resources or brings resources with them and then doesn't really refer to them once I arrive at the destination. So there's another newspaper article about a comparison of, they call it baby boom, the small car market again. Understandably why I kept it. Now I no longer need it. Yeah, so the article on the small car market, small hatchbacks. Naturally I was focusing on the Toyota Yaris here. Here. That model at the time. So yeah, I was just doing research of potential vehicles for my small cars, which I said, I've since owned a Holden Barina and currently a Toyota Yaris. I'll end off with this one, which will definitely be trashed. You get the idea. You don't have to endure every single item I'm gonna sift through or sort out, Anyway, this one, it's a paper copy of my ticket that I went to at Village Cinema, and what film was it? It was X-Men, I think Days of Future Past, back in 2014. Wow, it's 12 years ago already. Anyone else would have just kept the barcode or the QR code on their phone, not bothering to print it, but I just had that as a backup just in case my phone somehow wouldn't work or I couldn't access it at the time. And as you can see, it's still hung around in my apartment for 12 years. That can definitely be Days of Future Past. Yes, so I'm consistently, a bit envious of people that call themselves minimalists or live minimally, where they don't have issues with clutter or having to do this process of trash, keep or donate. Anything they keep is just what they really, really need. And yes, they might have some sentimental objects here and there. I know friends that live like that, where when I walk into their apartments or houses, I think, wow, it's like a showroom. It's so not only pristine and clean, everything's in order and it's not cluttered. You can move around freely. I mean, you can move around freely in my apartment, but yeah, it's as I've said in many other videos related to my apartment or the playlist called My Apartments and or Other Apartments, is that it definitely is centered around me. So if you had no idea who I was or what I'm interested in, just a few 60 seconds wandering around my apartment, you clearly know, yeah, all the different movies and films and TV shows, music, interests I have is clearly on display and everywhere. Like in shelves, it's all categorized and neatly ordered now, but still, like I'm demonstrating today, I still come across a tub of items where I just thought, yeah, I'll get to this one day, and this is the one day. So, and it was in the way. It was around the. It was at the foot of my bed on the carpet, and I couldn't easily walk past it to get to the wardrobe. So, yeah. So, anyway, so yeah, if this is of interest or help to you, or you want to forward it to any of your friends or family that are recovering hoarders like myself, please do. And if you watched it till the end, thank you. And until my next video, bye for now.